Alright guys, so today we're going to be drawing a international tractor with a planter. It's a little more modern than, I've been drawing a lot of these modern things lately, so I can't even say it's more modern than what I've been drawing, but this is what we're going to be drawing here. So everybody can see that. It's a pretty nice little setup here. I've got the outline done, and we're just going to go ahead and get into it here. So, alright. That set. All right, let's go. All right, so to start off, just going to take the top of this hood, and it's going to be white. The sun is hitting and reflecting in all the right ways here, and the top of that hood is pretty bright. Go ahead and erase that line there. I don't have my normal piece of tracing paper here. We're going to go without. I may smudge everything badly, but we'll try to work around that. Normally I put a piece of tracing paper over the top, just so that when my hand's resting on things, I don't smudge out my lines that I've drawn. But I forgot to get it today, so we're going to see if we can go without and not screw it up terribly. So this will be a little bit quicker drawing. There's not a ton of detail in this because it's a little further away. I could have blown it up, but if I blew it up, then we would not have the planter in there as easy. And honestly, the planter was the reason I drew this one. It's a good look. You know, I like doing some of these farm scenes. You know, I'd rather if this was out in the field, you know, to draw it. But honestly, I'm not up for drawing fields right now, so this is what it'll be. And this will be white, but we'll come over this with some gray. This will end up being gray when we're done. I like to put this white base coat down. Sometimes I'll start with the darkest color, sometimes I'll start with the lightest. It really just depends on how I'm feeling. Love it. Wow, going to be beautiful. Thank you. I like drawing tractors myself until the tires. That's why I call it quits. If you've ever done turf tires on a lawnmower, then regular tires won't be a problem anymore because turf tires are a complete pain. I did a John Deere 110. It was my wife's grandfather's tractor, kind of a special tractor. It's currently in my garage, and it's got turf tires, and I put so much detail into those treads. I never wanted to draw tires again. Like seriously, I never wanted to draw tires again at all. So I don't mind drawing tractor tires. They can be actually quite relaxing. The trick is just to put basic details in, like we're seeing here. You don't want to put a ton of extra in there. You just want the basics in there so that the details kind of pop out and let your mind fill in the rest. People always say my drawings look amazingly detailed until they look close. They're not. If you've listened to my live streams before, you've heard me say all these things before. I run out of things to say. I really do. I'll mix some gray in with some of this too here in a bit. Is that a 7180 case? I honestly, the picture that I got is so blurry I can't tell what model it is, but yeah, it's something. Have you ever drawn a picture of a tractor and a planter? I have not. This will be, nope, that's not true. I did do one, but it was very small. The one that I did before was like tiny. So I have done a tractor and a planter before, but not anything quite this detailed. This one's going to be a little more detailed, a little bigger. So, all right. So if I was to tell you to draw a tire, one of the last things you would do is go and grab a white pencil, right? You draw it black, but notice how much white I'm actually putting into these tires. It's quite a bit. Quite a bit. White in here. I don't think so. It looks like a Maximum. Honestly, these modern, or this isn't even modern, this is a little older, but these newer tractors they're not my specialty. I grew up on a farm in the late 80s, early 90s, early 2000s, and the newest tractors that we had while I was working on the farm were early 70s tractors. We didn't have anything new or nice. So these newer ones, I've never taken an interest in them because I wasn't around them. And the antique stuff, I've spent a lot of time around antique tractors, but when it gets into the newer stuff, this is boxcar, is that what they call these? Boxcar Magnum? I couldn't tell you. I get really confused on models. I don't pay attention to that. All I saw on this one is I want to draw that planter. And then I started drawing it. So that's as far as I took interest in this. I'll have to find out what model it is. Like I said, I can't even zoom into it because it's so blurred out. Alright, I don't know what to do with these windows quite yet. I'm going to give it a little time. We'll let them work themselves out. If I make them white like it is in the picture, I don't know if it's going to look good on this tan background. May have to make them gray. Not really sure. We'll find out together. We'll find out together for sure. I just don't know. Alright. I think that's all the white I want to put in that tractor, or in the planter for now, or into the tractor for now. We'll get into the planter in a little bit. Start in the top. It's pretty soon we'll get to figure out what's going on with this this cab, I think. Coming up on it quick. Say 7000 series Maximum, maybe. There's a reflection right here of the exhaust pipe. I see that. Here. Down that. What's up, Roper? How you doing, buddy? What you been drawing lately? I've been drawing some of this newer stuff. I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of digging the newer stuff. I like drawing windows. I'm not sure how these windows are going to turn out, but I do like drawing windows. So, hasn't really been like, I haven't been intentionally drawing new stuff, but all the new stuff seems to be what I'm going for here. So, okay. All right, so here's what we're going to do with this. We're going to put some white over top of this in an angle like this. Just like this. And that's going to represent the window, and I think it'll turn out fine. My little fear I had there earlier of drawing it in white, I think I've overcome by having a little bit of gray behind it. So, problem solved. Make it pretty white down here though. Want that contrast to bleed through pretty deep there. Line down there like that. Yeah, it's gonna look all right. Thanks for the likes there. Doing life things, appreciate it. If you always watch me over on TikTok, feel free to jump over to YouTube. That's where the party's at. It's not really a party, but you do get a better view. Because right now you're looking at a feed on TikTok from basically my editor that I'm sending to YouTube. So if you want the real thing, just go over there. All right. Put this exhaust pipe right in here. That looks good. Let's see what we got in here. That light is a little darker than the other one. Same with this one. Assuming they're like orange. All right. We'll put a little gray up under here. Up to that point. I think we're fine. Come back across very lightly putting some gray here. I can always come back and lighten it up a little more. So I don't know if everybody's noticed, but the last couple videos I've done on TikTok, I've called a Massey a John Deere, I called a Bronco an S10, and I called an International a John Deere. And it seems to be rubbing people the wrong way. But I'll tell you, the reason I'm doing it is because it seems like that's the only way to get my content pushed out. And as obnoxious as it is, I'd like my content pushed out. So you have to bear with that. Alright. First tractor I ever drove was an Allis 1650 diesel. First one I drove was a Ford. It was a Ford 5000. Shortly after, followed by a Oliver 1800 gas. That was I was maybe 6 or 7 years old driving those, and I don't know, I look at my kids today and like there's no way I would put them on a tractor at the age I was on a tractor, but survived somehow. Different world today. That's for sure. Okay, the top of the cab's looking good. Trying to get some pictures done. I'm doing tracks and not much time. Yeah, life gets in the way. I was doing tons of stuff other than drawing myself for several months there and didn't have time to draw. Back to it now though. I got this new office, new studio, recording studio. I'm really loving the feel of this place. It's pretty nice. I can actually, you know, I can set stuff up, leave it set up, and really just work on stuff as I need to. It's quite nice. So as bright as the top of this is, I'm going to have to do a lot on the bottom to darken it up. How's it been? Oh, it's been good. Been busy. Trying to draw in my free time here. Getting a little more free time as we go. That. Brighten this up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, that'll look all right. Thanks for the likes there, Big Dig 158. Appreciate it. Hey, for those watching over on TikTok, feel free to stop by my YouTube. You get a much better view. Don't tell TikTok I'm trying to pull people away. They won't push my content out. Oh wait, they don't anyway. Oh, TikTok, I don't know what to do with you. So finicky. All right, all this down here is going to be like dark. So I'm going to put a few little details in here like that. And then the rest I'm just going to color in. And hope she looks good. So just going to trace around the areas that'll be black here quick. Go ahead and color in some of these areas off to the side like that. This is where you can save a lot of time. If you pick a drawing with real dark shadows underneath of it, this is all area that I don't have to be super detailed with and don't have to draw much of anything to, and turns out really well. So everything that I just circled there is just going to get the black crayon effect. Dude, that New Holland is sick. Thanks. This is John Deere, though. Just kidding. All right, for those who aren't following along with that joke, a lot of my latest videos I've put on TikTok, I've called everything a John Deere, no matter if it's a John Deere or not. And it's annoying, I know, but I got 50,000 views on one of my videos and almost 60,000 on another from calling something a John Deere that's not. And honestly, if that's what it takes to get my artwork out and seen, well, I'm going to keep doing it. Like I said, as annoying as it is, I got to get my artwork seen. Otherwise, I'm going to be like not being able to get my artwork out, which is the whole point of this. So if there's going to be a few people mad at me because I'm calling a Massey Ferguson, John Deere, or international, by all means, be mad at me. I'm just trying to get my stuff out. What about the Dodge Honda pickup? That's right. It was the first pickup truck. It was a Dodge powered with the Honda engine. It looked like an F30 Farmall, but it wasn't. Those videos are so stupid, and there's no reason that should go viral, but I tell you what, it's going viral. So y'all's gonna have to bear with that, because I'm gonna do a bunch more like that. I'm just trying to get my stuff out, and if that's what it takes, that's what it'll take. I try to put things together that trigger people. Like You know, a Dodge truck with a Honda motor. I feel like that's a good trigger. It's just a really good trigger. That's how TikTok works, man. Nobody understands. I know my other account, Jokes from the Bunker, if you're familiar with that, I have almost 250,000 followers on that side. And I've had a blast figuring out what works for the algorithm over there. And most of the time it's talking about a perpetual motion machine and just claiming that it's actually a perpetual motion machine. And people get really mad when you do that. So if I got to trigger some people to get famous, I'll do it on this side too. I've been trying to keep this side more serious though, you know, the tractor stuff, you know, a few things about my dad in here. But honestly, it's all about fun. I have fun drawing these things, and hoping y'all have fun watching me draw them, interacting with people. I've met some really good people over the last few years doing this type of stuff, and it's just been fun. I've always loved drawing. I've always loved tractors, and I'm finally getting to draw tractors at a high level where people are getting to see it. I'm enjoying drawing it. I hope y'all enjoy it too. And yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, on YouTube. Yeah, I've been trying to do the same thing on YouTube with the algorithm tricking, but I don't care. I've gotten a few extra views on YouTube from it too. It's nowhere near as good as TikTok. TikTok's crazy. Like TikTok say John Deere on a red tractor, and it's like people want to hang me. I guess I can't blame them, but y'all, it's just tractors. It's just trucks. You want to hang me over a tractor, I guess, then people die for stupider things. There it is. Seems like making people mad is a good thing for the algorithm. It is. It's a great thing. That looks so good. Thank you. If you want to see a better view of it, stop over to YouTube. Subscribe to my channel while you're there, would you? I'm trying to grow that channel over there. And right now, it's just me and Roper over there. Roper pretty much sits through most of my lives. He also draws tractors. And yeah, he watches me draw, and I listen to him talk most of the time. It'd be nice if a few other people would stop in and say, hey. What's the YouTube I'll sub and like? It's Tractor Art. That's the name. It's Tractor Art. It's a very creative name. It took me weeks to come up with that name. And if you're wondering how I came up with it, I'm like, I like tractors. I like art. Tractor Art. There we go. Oh man, did you see that? I don't think it's gonna be a big problem, but I just ran way outside the lines with my crayons. Oh man. Y'all saw how little detail was actually in that right before I started smudging it out. It gets to be less as I go. But your mind still sees it. Your mind knows what's going on. There it is. I'm here now. There we go. Farm Boy 77210 just showed up on my YouTube. Who else can we get over there from TikTok to my YouTube? Let's go. Let's see who we can get. How many people can we get on the YouTube? Let's see. desperate plea for attention to YouTube. How about that? Come on over, y'all. The water's fine. That shadow turned out really good, really quick right there. Did you see that? I didn't even think about it. Just plopped her in. With cheese, Mr. Squidward with cheese. Oh man, got an error code 2121 just stopped in. Not sure what that is. That's a good, great looking tractor. It is a great looking tractor. And honestly, with the planter behind it, I think it's going to turn out to be a really good drawing. Really good drawing. All right, I'm going to take a pencil here and just, you know what? I'm going to take my white pencil and I'm going to do the tread quick. If I super saturate the tread here, I just did the wrong color. That's actually a dark section. What was I thinking? Yeah. It's tough to see where I'm at, so. Wait, I might have been off on my error off-road account on TikTok. I'm not sure, but it came from TikTok. All right, there we go. Check that out. We got people coming over to YouTube from TikTok. TikTok's going to ban me here in a minute for swiping their followers. You watch. That's what's going to happen. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Glad we got some people over here to the YouTube side. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. All right. What I screwed up on that one, I can hopefully make up for on this one. All this in here between the tires always ends up getting really dark. And out here, there's more white than you would think. I was the one who brought a Dodge Honda pickup. Perfect. Thanks for joining over here. I appreciate it. YouTube's a tough thing to break into. Very tough. I've been doing all right. Got a couple hundred followers. I need a couple thousand to make an impact here, but tell your friends about me. And yeah, I'm not going to give anything for telling your friends, but you should tell your friends about me. I hope these tires turn out good. I'm not seeing like as much detail on the tread as what I normally look for. We'll figure it out. One way or another, we'll make it do something. Go. Just came from TikTok. There we go. Jared Marsh came over. Thanks for coming over to the YouTube from TikTok. Appreciate it, y'all. Let's get this channel built up. Tell your friends you're here. I'll be live for another, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. Whenever this planter's finished is how long I'll be. It is a better view over here, though. Wouldn't y'all agree? Hey, thanks for the roses there, the dumbass. How hard do you think that John Deere D that I sent would be to draw? Was that the one that was in the shed? I got 3 different Ds sent to me within the last few weeks. One of them was a little more difficult because the lighting just wasn't good, but a few of them were actually pretty easy looking to draw. I don't know which one you sent me though, unfortunately. I'm sorry. There's a lot of things get sent my way. Alright, I think we're ready to smudge that one out. I'm going to grab my big smudger again. I love this big fat smudger. Makes easy work of tires. We'll come back over the white there. I think I want to keep that a little more white than it is right now. Look at that, a detail just popped out that I didn't even remember I put in there. Like that, come up under. I'd say if y'all want to start drawing on your own, the best advice I can give you is just try. Don't be your worst critic. Let yourself fail. Figure out what you did, and every time you draw, find something you did that you can do just a little bit better next time. That's the real secret to it. Just figuring out every time, what can I do better than what I did last time? And draw what you actually see, not what you think you see. Really look at what you're drawing. What do you think, y'all? This is a little muddy in here, but I think once I clean it up at the edges, at the end, it'll be fine. I'm gonna move on to that planter. Never drawn a planter before. Any suggestions for anybody who has drawn one? I gave up on YouTube a while ago. I want to get back into it, but it's my home for now. What's up, Cody Neal? Should do a 1206 Farmall. I actually have an 806 that I'm about to do, I think. Really good looking tractor. Came in 2 or 3 nights ago. And I just thought to myself, yeah, I'm going to draw that. Yeah, I done screwed this up. I think it'll be fine though. Get a little extra up there. All right. It's the one in the shed. Okay, yeah, the lighting on that one was not the greatest. Otherwise, it's a really good picture. A really good picture you sent. At some point, I may decide to draw it. I'm not sure. It's one of those things where I'll put a ton of tractors in a folder, like ready to draw, but I don't actually pick what I'm going to draw until like right before I actually draw it, because I'll get burnt out really easy if I just draw everything. And what I want to draw right now isn't necessarily what I want to draw next week. So it's really tough to really figure out what I'm going to draw. So I'll go through and something will catch my eye, and something that catches my eye today is not what will catch my eye tomorrow. Like right now I'm on this like modern tractor kick. I always did antique tractors, like classic tractors, antique tractors, because they're what interest me. They really are. These things, you know, no offense to the farmer, I appreciate you guys putting food on our plate, but these newer tractors, even as old as this one is newer, it just doesn't do anything for me. Didn't grow up around them. I don't have the emotional connection to them. You give me a Farmall Super M, I'll draw that all day, because that's where my emotional connection is with tractors. It's not in these newer ones. So the old D's, you know, they're good looking tractors. So all right, wow, play one of those guitars on your wall. No. I'm gonna stick to art on this one, not performance art. I play the bass mostly. It's not really, I don't really have the skills you need to be a good bass soloist. So unfortunately, I think I'll stick to just drawing right now. I have played a little bit of guitar on my other channel, Jokes from the Bunker, on TikTok, but not a ton. All right, the top of that planter is going to look good, believe me. It's just going to look good. I can see it now. Or it's going to look terrible. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. All right, let's put a little dirt on the front of this planter. You know, it's out there collecting dirt in the fields. It needs a little dirt, right? That's true. Yeah, I like the mid 60s, early 70s type tractors. Yeah, for me, it's before like 1955, or before 60. That's what draws me in. I spent a lot of time around those growing up. The other stuff, you know, we had them on my grandfather's farm, but you know, they were, you know, mid 60s, early 70s maybe. They got the work done, but they weren't fun. I had a lot of fun on the antique stuff. So, hey, how do I send in photos? You should draw my 60s garden tractor. All right, before you send me a picture of a garden tractor, you got to answer these questions, right? It's not a Craftsman, right? I don't want to draw any more Craftsmans. I get so many pictures of people sending me Craftsmans, right? I also seem to get a lot of wheel horses. I don't mind that though, because I'm a wheel horse guy myself. But before you send me a picture, make sure it has a hood on the garden tractor. Can somebody tell me why it is all these teenagers keep sending me pictures of tractors without hoods? You know, garden tractors, mostly MTD and Craftsman, Troy built, with no hood on it. They're like, can you draw my tracker? And they always spell it wrong. They spell it tracker. And I'm not making fun of anybody, even though I kind of am. It just gets really old seeing the same thing sent to me all the time of, you know, somebody's, you know, mid 80s, you know, junk tractor without a hood. So if you don't have a hood, don't send it to me. But if you got all your body parts on your tractor, feel free to send it to me. Best way to do it is through my Instagram account. If you don't have Instagram, hit me up on TikTok or message me and I can somehow get you an email address to send it to. I like to do it through Instagram though. It's all one place. Very easy to deal with. So I like them too. So what brand 60s garden tractor do you have? Tell me that. You don't have to be embarrassed if it's a Craftsman. That was back when the Sears tractors were actually still pretty cool. They had some chunk to them. I used to do garden tractor pulling, and I had for a while a wheel horse C160. I had, I think, 7 different wheel horses that I tractor pulled with. The C160 was my favorite. Then I switched out to a Cub Cadet 582 for a couple years and tractor pulled with that. Brother ran a 582 in the National Quarter Scale Stock Order class. He ran the Nationals a few years. I never got into any of that. I was always stock class or some version thereof a stock class. Hoods are usually lost or smashed, I guess, but it's wheel horse and has a hood. Okay. So 60s wheel horse, that would be like a Raider or a Charger, I would expect. I don't think the B series, C series came along till like late 60s, early 70s, maybe. Okay. Let's find a smudger that has some white on the end. Got one of those right here. 15, I love old tractors. I'm 36, no, I'm 38. Dang, I got old. 38, and I love old tractors also. I've liked old tractors since I was a kid, though. It's one of those things, you grow up around them. That's just what you like, right? I grew up around baseball and I grew up around tractors. That was the two things that I liked. And honestly, I could care less about baseball now, but I still like tractors. eraser on that. Just made a mess out of it. So my goal for tonight was to get a couple people over to YouTube, and I did. I'm not sure what series was. 657, okay. So that would have been just before the Raiders, I think. The Raider 12 came just like that. It has the same style hood as the Raider, I believe, if I remember correctly. I could be completely wrong on that. It's been a while since I messed with them. Good old tractors, I'll tell you that. They stuck with what worked. You can take the all the way up to the time that Toro built Wheel Horse. You can take the rear end and transmission out of the one you have, the Raider, the C series, all the way up to the 318s and whatnot. Right before Toro bought them out, the transmissions all were the same. Frame rails were mostly the same. You know, a little bit different dimensions, but they went with what worked and stuck with it. I'll give that to them. Did a heck of a job with that. Heck of a job with it. Y'all, this one didn't take as long as I thought. We're 46 minutes into this live, and I'm about done. I worked on it maybe an hour last night, drawing it out. Everything else. Getting real close to done here, though. Hate to be done with all these people here. I'm glad y'all stopped by. It's been a good live. You guys have been great. I have a Craftsman. We just use it to mow. Don't take the hood off and send me a picture of it, because that's not something I'm interested in seeing. I don't know if these drawings are getting easier or if I'm just getting faster, but this one I drew a tractor and a planter in about an hour and 45 minutes. I'd say 2 hours. It used to take me 4 hours to just draw a tractor, and it wouldn't look anywhere near as good as this. I'm getting better, y'all. All right. Clean up some of these edges here. Man, I should get one of those drafting brushes. I had one around here somewhere. Now I'm smudging everything as I go. Drop something. I want these areas in here pretty clean. I want some crisp lines under this stuff. What should I draw next, John? Tell me that. What's your Instagram? It's Clems Tractor Art. C-L-E-M-S Tractor Art. Clems Tractor Art. You can, I think there's a link in my TikTok if you can't find it. My TikTok is Tractor Art. You can go to clemstractorart.com and find links to all my stuff and my website, because there's a website there that most people don't even know about. What do y'all think? Did I miss anything? I feel like I missed something. I need to see my reference photo here. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it, y'all. I'm going to say I nailed that one. Yeah, I like it. All right. Well, everyone, appreciate y'all stopping by. It's been great. But that's all I got. I can't really do much more with this one. I will come back in here and let's sign her quick. I always like to sign my stuff. Looks good. Thanks, Roper. Appreciate it. Keep drawing yourselves too. Hey guys, if you draw stuff and you want me to look at it, tag me in it on stuff. I love looking at other people's drawings, and I'll only judge you if you ask me to. I don't judge your work unless you specifically ask me to. If you want critique, I will give critique. But honestly, I just like looking at it. So feel free to send me stuff. Followed your Insta. Thank you. Great work. Looks awesome. Looks amazing. Looks good. All right. I like it. Thanks all for stopping by. we're gonna call our live here, and that's all I got. So appreciate y'all jumping on the stream here tonight. Keep following my stuff. Do me a favor, go watch a bunch of my videos on TikTok and YouTube. Get me some people over there. Share me. Tell people about me. I appreciate it.